I now call on our fourth speaker, Gwen Swinburn, who would like to speak in relation to the public interest report on the City of York Trading Limited.
Thank you, councillors. Issuing a public interest report is a very significant step for the auditors to take. They are virtually unheard of in unitary authorities. Make no mistake, this is a serious matter. Do not let officers tell you that this is just some admin that wasn't done, or that it was set up by politicians, or that it was an overreaction from the czars. This report lays bare a grubby deal struck between a discredited leader, a failed chief executive, and 2 top staff currently employed at City of York. It was a deal to pay 2 of the highest earners even more, because one of them felt they were too busy, and the second because another director was paid more than him. The monitoring officer, the head of HR, and a further assistant director were both complicit and acquiesced, ignoring their statutory and professional obligations.
Miss Swinburne, I'd like to remind everybody in the chamber at this point, as I've done previously, that I won't tolerate personal attacks on individuals or inappropriate language in this chamber. If that should happen, I will stop the speaker to caution them, but please be minded that the timer is continuing to run. Should there be any further infringement, I will then move on to the next speaker. Continue, Ms Swinburne.
Members, the reason why this is so serious is that specific officers are employed to ensure that the council functions within the law. They are protected by statute to enable them to do this. So Section 151 officers do not write their own proposals for extra pay.
Can I stop you there, Ms Swinburne? I'm moving on to the next speaker.
Oh, what have I said that's inappropriate? Please just tell me, what have I said that's not a straight fact?
It's a public report.
It is a public report, but it's being personalised.
It isn't. I haven't even mentioned a name.
Steve? Okay, carry on, Ms Swinburne.
So Section 151 officers do not write their own proposal for extra pay or make up the amounts that they want to be paid. They do not slip approval of their extra payments as any other business items or sit back when 1-minute meetings sign them off. These and many other reasons are why this is a public interest report. I have repeatedly said to Audit and Governance Committee, the senior team in CBSS does not provide the checks and balances we need.
15 seconds, Ms Swinburne.
They treat councillors and citizens alike with contempt. Many have lost all trust and confidence in the entire top 2 tiers of that directorate. Throughout this report, whenever these staff should have done the right thing in the council, they failed. Not once did they put the
Thank you, Ms Swinburne. If you'd like to wind up.
Self-interests. I hope tonight there will not be another grubby deal with monies repaid.
Thank you, Ms Swinburne.
An officer apology for
Ms Swinburne, thank you. Can you sit down, please? Your time's up. We have several more speakers to go.
This for exactly
you
2
may have,
minutes and 59 seconds.
Will you sit? I'm chairing this meeting, Ms Swinburne. I'm not going to get into a debate with you.
I will give the assurance to
I'm not going to get into a debate with you, Ms Swinburne. Will you please sit down? Please sit down, Ms Swinburne. Ms Swinburne, can somebody please remove Ms Swinburne from the chamber? Can you get somebody to remove Ms Swinburne from the chamber? I now call upon our fifth speaker, Don Phillips, a Heworth resident who would like to... Ms Swinburne, I've asked you to leave the chamber. Would you please leave the chamber? You can sit and listen to the meeting downstairs. I'm chairing this council meeting and I'm asking you to leave the chamber. Until you leave the chamber, council business will stop and we will wait until Ms Swinburne leaves the chamber.
Lord Mayor, can you explain what this ruling is about? The Speaker has finished the speech as far as I'm aware. She's not being disruptive.
Councillor de Gorn, I think who is chairing this meeting? I I'm sorry, we're not voting on who's chairing this meeting. I'm chairing this meeting. And as chair of this council, I asked Ms Swinburn to leave the meeting for a valid reason under advice by officers. Now, I don't ask people to leave this chamber lightly, and I don't expect that anybody, when anybody's chairing any meeting, should ignore the chair. I am asking Ms Swinburn, she can listen to the meeting downstairs, but I've made a decision and I am now asking her to leave this chamber. If you all want to sit here, then that's fine by me. But if this would set a precedent, if somebody can just fly in the face of what the chair of the council says, that is inappropriate, and I am not going to allow that to happen. This is my last council sat in this seat, and that is not going to happen. It's not happened right the way through, and it's not happening because one individual does not want to leave the chamber.
With respect, Lord Mayor, can we have the meeting, please?
Yes, because the Lord Mayor is in the chair. If you don't respect the Lord Mayor, you might not agree with that, but at least respect the Lord Mayor.
Sorry, Councillor Galvin, after that display, I'm afraid I've lost an awful lot of respect.
Then, I'm sorry, but that's the way of the world. You might not like it, but that's the situation. You might not agree with the Lord Mayor, but the Lord Mayor is perfectly entitled to do what she's done.
I've suspended the meeting, so we'll suspend the meeting, and we'll start the meeting again once Ms Swinburn's left. I now call upon our sixth speaker, Robin Brabham.